Alright, now for some bass chord accompaniment in the key of C. So this kind of style really is a great way to spice up your rhythm playing. And all you really do is just play the lowest note of a chord and then strum the additional or remaining strings. In this case, we can do 3 times. So we'll go bass, chord, chord, chord. Let me just show you how you can do this with the principal chords in the key of C. So let's start with the 1 chord being C. So go ahead and hold that down. We'll play C here with our 3rd finger. That's going to be our bass note. And then we'll play the remaining chords. The first style we're going to do is in 3/4. We're just going to go play the bass note and then hit the remaining strings twice. Let's try this in time. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Now let's try this in 4/4. So we'll just play the bass note and then play the upper 3 strings 3 times in a row. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's check out the 4 chord in the key of C, and that is F. Good old F major. Now you do have to kind of bar your index finger. Okay, so just flatten it out a little bit to play 2 strings. And then once you have that formation and those 2 notes down really well, add the additional fingers, middle and ring. So make sure you have that chord sounding really strong before you try this accompaniment pattern. So now let's do first 3/4. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Now let's do F major and the pattern that's in 4/4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now let's check out the 5 chord. Here on this G7, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. So for a G or a G7, you can play that in several different ways. You can actually use your middle finger and play like this. Or you can use your ring finger and play like that, and then you would have to form the pinky down here. Or for G7, you would reach back and play just how you have been, but using your index finger at the 1st fret and ring finger over here. Now there is also an additional way to play the thickest string. You can actually use your thumb. And some great guitar players like Tuck Andrus and Jimi Hendrix have done some stuff where they play with their thumb over the neck. Alright, for this example, I'm just going to play the G like this with my middle finger. Then when we go to G7, I'm going to reform the lowest note with the ring finger so that I can play the G7 like this. Let's try this in 3/4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Excellent! Now we're going to try that same thing in 4/4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I think you guys are ready. Let's move on to bass chord, chord, chord. So we're going to go through a whole bunch of different chords and just use the same pattern so you can sort of practice all these things in context. Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4.